Hey, Oh, I'm not. I'm invisible. I'm not even here. Scott's here though. Hey, Scott.
I am. Hey,
Well,
how's it
there I
going?
am. The question is, do I want to be naked?
Hell
Usually,
yeah.
yeah. But today,
Nakey is good.
we'll put on some clothes. There we go. Hey. So welcome. It's the February Game Club for 2025, and we're going over Twisted Metal. And not since Sonic Frontiers have I been as unprepared as I am tonight. There really isn't a lot to this game, but I did dive into the series a little bit. So I figured we'd go over what we have done, keep it short and sweet. There's not really a whole lot of depth to this that I'm aware of. Uh,
No.
but Scott, I think and I think Lag played the game a bit as well, but he won't be joining us tonight. How was your experience, or what did you do? What did you play? What did you consume?
um, so I played Twisted Metal, the original Twisted Metal, since it's part of the PlayStation Plus catalog. So I played that, and I played Twisted Metal 2, because both of those were free for PlayStation Plus premium members. Twisted Metal Black I was going to, but they took it off of there apparently at some point. So I wasn't going to spend $10 on it.
Yeah,
Because I feel like that one's probably aged better, just because it has dual analog support, if nothing else.
yeah. In the time
But
that I've had PlayStation Premium Plus or whatever it's called, I did not see Black on there. So I went
yeah,
looking.
it was one of the first ones I saw on there way back when it launched.
But it sounds like the series is kind of limited on the PlayStation 4/5 in general. It's just 1, 2, and Black. Like we don't have any other versions of the game. Right?
Yeah, well, yeah, because I mean the only other versions would be like what 3, 4, and then the PS3 remake,
Let's see.
and I think that's like the entire franchise.
I have the wiki pulled up just to supplement the conversation. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, Black, a game called Small Brawl, Twisted Metal
Yeah, it was like
Head
a
On,
PSP one.
and I guess a remake in 2012. So 8 games total is what I'm looking at.
Yeah, and so I played the first two. I didn't beat Twisted Metal 2. There was no point. It's just spoiler alert. It's just Twisted Metal. It's the first game, but with like some different characters
Yeah, did you
and some
beat?
different stages.
Did you beat the arcade in Twisted
Twisted
Metal
Metal,
1?
yeah, Twisted Metal 1, yes. I was originally going to go for the platinum, and then I was like, why? Because most of the platinum is just beating it with every character, and I just was like, no, this game's kind of sucks too much. So I
Yeah,
decided against that.
I was kind of in a similar boat. Although I didn't play 2. I had plans to play 2, but between First Ascendant and Final Fantasy 14 and Final Fantasy 7 and
It
Piccolo
is
Logica,
literally the same controls, the same everything except for different characters.
and like some original characters.
Which probably not for the best.
Uh,
Sweet Tooth is a very controversial character.
I guess.
I mean, I'm sure they've redone him now to not be like a child predator.
Oh, I didn't know that was his story.
Yeah,
In the first game, well, again, I didn't really do a lot of research though. What you get in the first game is he's insane. He has a best friend that's a paper bag, and he's playing the tournament in order to get the bag brought back to him. But they
yeah,
didn't really
like
go
he's
into
the
anything on the
psychopath
first
that
game.
kind of like kidnaps children, kills them, and you know, potentially does other things with them that they can't fully say.
Where did that come from?
I think it was part of it was the one of the characters' endings, because the taxi driver's ending, because it's his father. The taxi driver is Sweet Tooth's father.
I did that one. They didn't mention anything about him being a child predator. His
The
dad,
fact that he kidnaps and kills children was definitely in there.
was he? No.
Yeah, because that's why he's like, yeah, it's good to have this monster off the streets, but he's also conflicted about it.
Well, wait. the father ending was the one that I got. He was the who was it? I'm just gonna pull up the characters because I have the game open.
Yeah.
His story was he's looking for his family. That's his wish.
Yeah, and his son.
Yeah,
he found out he killed his son, which was Sweet Tooth.
in the tournament. But I don't remember them saying anything. I'll just pull up the endings on YouTube. That is surprising. I don't remember that at all. Endings.
Let's see.
What the hell did I pull up? Are these live action endings?
Yeah, there's live action
All
cutscenes.
lost endings. What? These lost endings are found in the game bonus Twisted Metal Head-On Extra Twisted Edition for PS2. Never mind, this is a different game. I'm not sure what that
Oh, okay.
is. Yeah, because they're just like it's just a screenshot of a tunnel whenever you beat the first game, and like a Star Wars style scroll.
Yeah, it's very basic as shit.
And the thing is, the game, I would just quickly play through story mode with the code, but the game actually isn't easy. One, because
like easy mode does not make the game easier. It just gives you like I think 1 or 2 more lives. Is all it does. Although every review was like, yeah, the game's pretty short and easy, and like every person talks about it's like, yeah, the game's really easy, and I'm like, bullshit. Like,
all right, here's an ending. Oh, here we go. We want what's the name of the taxi cab driver? Charlie Kane?
Think so. Yeah, it must be Kane because Sweet Tooth's name is Marcus Kane. Because I swear it was in there.
Bumper, Hammerhead, Warthog, Roadkill, Yellow Jacket. Oh, maybe they're Yellow Jacket. That's his car. You were winner of the competition. As you speed into their garage, you spot him surrounded by bodyguards. You're talking about Calypso. As you know, I shall now grant you any prize. You smile nervously and say, I just wanted some information. I want to know if my son's still alive. He disappeared 20 years ago and I haven't seen him since. Calypso frowns, then gives you your prize. It is not good news. He doesn't even touch, there's not even quotes. It turns out that you saw your son on this very night. He was the driver of the ice cream truck. For the last 5 years, he's been using the name Sweet Tooth, traveling the country looking for victims. Up until tonight, he was one of the country's most wanted serial killers. Now he is dead. Compliments of you. As you speed off into the LA night, you are filled with a sense of anguish and regret you never thought possible. Perhaps you'll complete in the next Twisted Metal contest and ask Calypso to take away your suffering. Yeah, they didn't mention anything about like the crimes other than he's a serial killer.
Maybe it wasn't in that. Maybe I've just heard other things like. Because again, most of my knowledge came from other people going into this.
Yeah, I don't know why they would add that.
I know, like, well, reading some of the stuff, they were like, yeah, he just kept getting darker and darker backstories as the games went on.
Oh, well, maybe.
So I don't know if maybe it's one of the later ones, or maybe just people like,
exaggerate.
because he drives around in a fucking.
Yeah.
Well, he's a. Serial killer that rides around in an ice cream truck.
Here's the problem. I'm going to get into a little bit of tangent of things I hate on the internet. When somebody hates something on the internet, they will say things to belabor their point. And so it could be that just kind of accelerated into that.
Yeah, because it was never something from people hating it, just something that like fans would talk about.
I also have
to like be like, oh, look at how awesome of a character he is. Like, he's so psychotically cool.
Yeah, and then other people would be like, no, he's not cool, and he's bad because of this, that, and the other, and it's not true. I have the wiki here. I should look it up.
Yeah, I'm reading through it. Like, most of it's about the TV series, though.
For the apocalypse.
Because apparently, like, the whole idea is that, like, the reason he has an ice cream truck is because he was a child star of a show called Two Scoops. And stuff like that, but it couldn't compete with Family Matters.
That's funny.
Which is really weird that they have an in-show, like an in-canon, made-up show that is competing against Family Matters, the real-life TV series.
I don't see Family Matters here, but that does sound on brand.
It's way down in, like, history in the Twisted Metal wiki.
Okay, Marcus finally snapped, breaking character and taking the knitting needles from his co-star and brutally killing Billy in front of the audience and director. Well, he's a child murderer, and again, I can see how the internet would exaggerate that.
I don't know, because before the appearance of Apocalypse, a young Marcus Kane was an actor and the child star of a popular sitcom called Two Scoops, which was enjoyed by many, playing a boy named Lenny Scoops who ran an ice cream shop with Meemaw Scoops. Eventually, a new character named Billy was added, a dog who became a hit with the audience so much that the show was renamed Billy and Two Scoops, which made Marcus jealous.
There's Family Matters.
Billy's popularity was so huge that it could be compared to Steve Urkel's immense popularity on Family Matters.
Oh, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm skipping ahead to like the actual crimes, because if he wasn't a child molester before, he was a criminal. So his first thing is he murdered Billy. Then he went to Blackfield Asylum. He was incarcerated for 10 years, and he escaped.
Or 2 years. It's
10 years.
After 2 years, he escaped.
Yeah. No. He went to Blackfield Asylum 2 years later, where he was incarcerated for the next 10 years.
Yep.
Until the death. Okay, sometime later, settled in Las Vegas. Blah 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 blah. The notorious serial killer, becoming feared by many. John Doe is in the game, and Quiet is in the game. Wait, no, this is from the TV show.
Yeah, that's why, like, it's hard to do this, because, like, it keeps going in and out of, like, the TV shows canon and, like, the video game one, and I don't know which is which.
Anything about him being being anything other than a child killer while he was a child?
Yeah, which is good then.
Yeah, I don't think he was a child toucher or abuser. I think he just is a crazy killer clown.
Yeah, I mean, I think he still will kill children.
I don't know, because I mean, I guess if he's like blowing up
he's still
buildings,
a psychopathic.
Yeah,
he's still a psychopath, but like has no reason not to.
To be clear, though, he's not a child abuser, because that has connotations that
it does
are inherently sexual.
Yeah, there is nothing we can find that proves that. So that's a good thing.
Certainly is in the chat. She says, I used to watch my brother play Twisted Metal all the time growing up. I used to yell, blow him up. That is basically what you do in this game, is just all blowing up other cars. But yeah, I just want to put a pin in that. From what I know from this game,
and from
what he doesn't abuse children. He's just
and from what I can tell as well, he might abuse them, like, in the fact of, like, killing them, but not in any other method.
That just makes him a serial killer, right?
Correct. Yeah. Just an indiscriminate serial killer, and which is pretty much what he is, from what I can tell. Like, he doesn't have a trademark. Like, he just kills.
So I only beat Charlie Kane, and I only beat Sweet Tooth's story. After that, I kind of got agitated with the gameplay, which this is a pretty good point to bring up at this point. The gameplay on the controls, holy crap, they haven't aged well. You absolutely cannot do this with the default controls. I'll show them on screen. Not in 2025 anyway.
Even with the running gun, it's so bad.
Alright, so standard controls, you accelerate with forward, up, or square, which is wild. If you want to make a tight turn, you hit cross or X, and turbo is triangle. And you can reverse with either down or circle. It's really unintuitive. Weapon select is kind of okay, L1, R1. I wound up in the end using Run and Gun, because that was the one that had gas as R2, and then I just got used to everything else.
And even then, it's so bad still.
Yeah.
Like, especially the whole tight turn mechanic is just really bad.
Yeah, L2 should not be tight turn. That's crazy. But that I got used to it after a while. I was did you do the cheat to go to the last level, or did you play all the levels?
I used the cheat. I'm not even gonna pretend.
I used the cheat on my first run, and then I played legitimate. So if you look at my trophy list, there is like beat level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
See, I was going to if I wanted to go for the platinum, and then I was just like, why am I doing this to myself? And then
I will tell you,
stopped.
It's better to play the game without the cheat, because you get like you carry over some kind of health bonus. I forget what it was because it's been like 3 weeks since I did it. But I noticed that it was easier to do. Oh, it's because in the cheat version, the boss pops up immediately. If you play the regular game, you have to beat the two. You get the opportunity to destroy the 2 normal cars first, and then the boss shows up. So it's just a one-on-one with the boss. It's ironically easier that way. You have to go through all the trouble beating all the other levels.
But it's also not that hard, because if you just go in the pyramid and then go across to the other roof,
I tried
the boss can't get off of that roof, and most of the other cars also ended up getting stuck over there. So I could just sit there and like the boss would kill them while they were all stuck over there, and that was it.
I didn't know the boss could attack the enemies.
Yeah. He attacks anyone.
Because the strategy that I found was, if you do a circle around the roofs, and you jump to the main roof again after leaving the last roof, the boss will follow you, but he'll fall to his death, and instead of dying, he respawns but takes a bunch of damage, and you can just make him circle around. The problem with that is, as I was waiting around, there are little human enemies that pop up and respawn, and they kept bazooking me. And then the other method was to stay in the pyramid in that hallway and like gun him down when he comes at you. But I didn't have the firepower to do that, so like he'd crush me if I stayed there for too long. I kind of just had to legitimately play the game. I couldn't find an easy way to do it.
Yeah, I don't know. Both times I did it the other method, but either way, like I don't think the game aged anywhere near well.
At least not the first one. It probably
the second one is literally the same.
Yeah, I saw some. I saw some videos of games later on down the line, and they look much better.
And that's why I wanted to play Black, but I wasn't gonna spend $10 on the game, especially after not liking like the first two. So I'm like, I don't want to then be like, yeah, let me spend $10 and find out it just aged just as badly.
I do like the concept though. Like this should be a more popular genre. When the PlayStation 5
it was launched, for a while.
When the PlayStation 5 launched, they had that Demolition Derby-esque game, and I thought it was fun, but it's just that they had like one level and one mode for months, and it got real old real fast. This one, I like the levels. Since you didn't play them all, they're surprisingly large.
Yeah, they're also just very empty, though.
It depends on what you mean by empty. In terms of, like, the age of PlayStation, they were pretty filled. Because you'd get, like, little NPC people running around that you could squash. Some of them were active, some of them weren't. There was some destructible environment stuff. There were trees and houses and stuff. In terms of 2025, yeah, they're super empty. Because there's, like, no verticality. There's no real shortcuts. There's no controls that would let you, like, ride on 2 wheels or ride a wall or something. Like it feels very
well. Even then,
flat.
Like the city area is just a few buildings.
Yeah,
and then, a few trucks on the wall or on the side.
Yeah,
that's it.
Well, again, if you're doing it like I think the way that you were playing, there's very little to do.
Because I played through like the first 2 levels, and then I found the game just too difficult, and I wasn't gonna bother.
Yeah. The first level is very small. It's very tutorial. It's just a small circle with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that I didn't mind, because to your point, like that's the first level it's made to be.
The second one was it the city on the ground?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was
Yeah, the city
that
on
one
the
was huge because you have that big river in the middle and the two bridges, and then you have two city areas on both sides. Again, for PlayStation, it's huge. Not
Yeah.
for like not today's standards. And then also I was impressed and disappointed by the AI because the AI was aggressive. They did know their routes. They didn't get stuck in walls. They used their weapons aggressively, but they weren't like overwhelming. Mainly, it was just that there were so many enemies at any given time, and the weapons are so like you're no more powerful than the enemies. So if you don't know what you're doing, they'll overwhelm you. And
Yeah,
then
that and the janky controls did not help.
again, that goes to like you learn how to play. Like I learned how to play run and gun after the third level. I was able to do everything that I needed. It takes a bit of time, but it's very possible to learn it. Um, the other thing that I was disappointed at is like it's very easy to cheese them because you could. They only have their AI only covers so much ground. So like you could run in, hit them with a few missiles. If you're lucky, get like a couple seconds of machine gun fire on them, and then just book it to the other side of the level, get some health, and then come right back and do the same thing. It's pretty
Yeah,
easy to
the
cheese it.
health things I never realized were health things until I was reading like the trophy guide
Yeah, that's funny.
because they're it is not intuitive to realize that the giant thing that like electrocutes the car is actually health.
Yeah, for people that aren't aware, you have actual health packs, but then the game also has like these ramps that you can run through, and it looks like electricity is flowing through them, like they'd hurt you, like they're hazards, but they actually zap health back to your car some weird twisted metal way. Um, they also like their respawn rate is a little too slow for my liking, but I feel like if they were
I also
too
wish
much
more of the
faster,
lore was
it'd be
in the game
off. It's
because like the endings are, but like the rest of the lore is pretty much, from what I can tell, like in the guide,
yeah, this is
like most old games.
this is early on. This is like we want to put arcade games in a person's home, and the narratives weren't there. Because this feels like an arcade game. You have a scrolling text at the
Yeah,
start of the game. You pick your character, you hit, then you go through your stages. When you get to the end, it's just a scrolling ending, and then you leave. It's designed to eat quarters, even though this game is a
yeah.
home console game. That's just the headspace they had back then, I would assume. I would also say, while I did like the concept generally, I don't think who's the creator of this, David Jaffe? He like has way
Yeah.
too much ego to be saying the things that he does. Now that I've played the game, like this game isn't that special. It's the Demolition Derby game.
No.
Yeah.
With what? Like, it's just it has weapons and stuff like that. See, my experience back in the day was more with Vigilante 8,
I never had a Dreamcast.
which it was N64. Is how I played it.
Was it? What game am I thinking
Yeah.
about? Maybe I'm thinking of Crazy Taxi.
Yeah, because Vigilante 8, it was on like Dreamcast stuff, but it was also on
Ooh.
N64,
Oh, okay.
and that's how I would always rent it and play it. But at the same time, like looking back at that one too, like having watched people play through it, I'm like, yeah, that looks just as bad. Like, it looks very similar and has a lot of the same issues that I'm noticing with this one, where a lot of the story is just, yeah, it's endings and stuff like that, not necessarily like a real story. It's just an arcade crawl with an ending that
yeah.
shows you like, oh, here's what your character did.
Yeah, if you're like going into this expecting a narrative, because the characters are big and boisterous and interesting. I mean, they're like super generic. One of them is literally just Ice Cube. I'll bring them up.
I mean, one of them's just like a renegade cop. One of them, like, they're not the most fantastic.
Darkseid is just like
but
a
they're also
shadow.
not bad.
Here it is. This dude is just Ice Cube. They like took the lead from NWA, put him in a like a Chevy, and then we're like, here,
Yeah.
go crazy. It's definitely not Ice Cube. The car info? What's his name in game? Bruce, passionate kid from the streets of L.A. He's got one last shot at taking his neighborhood out of the war zone. His lowrider is Thumper, the lowest of the lowriders. His car is tough and big, able to escape from the toughest of neighborhoods.
God.
That's just Thumper, man. Thumper be thumping.
He do be thumping.
Crimson Fury, I guess, is like the CIA, like secret agent guy. We've got the lady in Pit Viper, and then the army old white guy.
Yeah, which I will say that Twisted Metal 2 has more female characters.
That's good.
Which
One
is
of these
kinda
is
nice.
a ghost. This is a ghost in a car named Spectre.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But like, yeah, I feel like looking through some old reviews and stuff. It's kind of funny that despite how, people will say like, oh, this game got like great reviews back in the day and stuff, and it did. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like it didn't. But like I was looking at old Game Informer reviews, and yeah, they gave it overall 8s across the board pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like the descriptions they give are pretty accurate to a lot of things. Like one reviewer, Andy, the game Ombre.
I'm pretty sure it's Andy McNamara.
Yeah,
Wow.
said that as the arrival of the game got closer and closer, I got more and more excited about playing this Hell on Wheels adventure. Unfortunately, once I played the game for a couple of hours, I was pretty bored. The graphics are great, the sound is nice, the control is tight, but it ends up just being blah. And if you just can't get enough driving and shooting, this game is great for you. Otherwise, it's a rental. And that's kind of what I feel like, is that most of this is a rental.
Yeah,
Even like Paul, the pro player, was like, I found it to be lacking in variety of missions to make up for the rather quick gameplay, but one that you should try before buying.
yeah, it's got a lot of character. It's got a lot of like theatrics to it. It knows what it is and it plays into it unironically. But in terms of being the total package, it lacks variety of modes. It doesn't have freedom to play the race the way that you want. Like if they did something where you could do multiplayer and you choose the cars that are in the race, you choose how much health, whether you get a handicap or not. You choose how many lives, or do like a balloon style mechanic from Mario Kart, where like you have to destroy. I mean, there's like ways to make this game more, add variety to it, and they just didn't. Maybe they were on some kind of time crunch. Maybe this was the limit of their, abilities in 1994, whenever this was developed.
95.
Well, yeah, that's when it was released. I would have assumed they would have made it.
So they were developing, to your point. Well, given the history of
Who
PlayStation
knows?
development,
Yeah.
probably within or maybe January of 95.
It could have just been a bunch
Because
of
like
kids
Spyro was like that.
It could have just been a bunch of kids with attitude in LA, just being like, "We're gonna put together a game for this new console that's coming out."
Which, it's so weird reading like old magazines from the time, because there were so many damn consoles out at the time. It's like, oh yeah, the 3DO was out. Oh yeah, the Sega Saturn. Oh yeah, the PlayStation. Oh yeah, the fucking Super Nintendo. Like Chrono Trigger was still coming out for the Super Nintendo
The Jaguar
when Twisted Metal
Lynx.
came out. The Jaguar, the Nomad, the fucking Game Boy. Literally a month later, the Ultra 64 was being like teased and stuff. Like shit, I forgot there was so many things out at the same damn time.
Yeah, the 90s were saturated.
Nowadays it's like, yeah, there was like three consoles.
Yeah, it was oversaturated, and there was a lot of competition. There was a lot of money to be had in that time too. So of course everybody wanted to get what they could.
But it is also funny thinking about the fact that like Chrono Trigger came out the same year as Twisted Metal.
Here's an irony,
Like,
though.
we're still getting Super Nintendo games.
I can't speak for you, but for me, even though this game isn't really that much of a package, like there's not really a whole lot to it. If suddenly PlayStation were to announce like we're redoing Twisted Metal for 2026, it'll be coming out, I would legitimately be excited. I think that there's a lot of potential in this world and in this genre that just no other game is really
Unfortunately,
touching.
they're never going to again because they tried with the PS3 one and it failed horribly.
Yeah.
And was a commercial flop. So I think that was their last hurrah with it.
That was like
Was that they were like, we gave you this one, and you all hated it. So
yeah, that was like 13 years ago, though. We're like 2 generations beyond at this point. I mean,
yeah,
I would see them making a Twisted Metal before they made another Infamous, and I don't think Infamous was terrible in terms of sales.
No. I think Infamous did fine.
Especially with now that the TV show, I mean, the TV show is getting a second season, so there is some kind of love for this series.
Yeah, but I think a lot of it's a nostalgic love. I think a lot of these people also have not played the games in a very long time. Because even like the ones that I have seen play it recently are like, man, the controls are just as good as I remember them. Like the gameplay is just as great as I remember, and I'm like, yeah. I think nostalgia's coloring your impression a lot.
I do want to point this out. The controls are tight and responsive. The problem is that the buttons should be doing other things than they are. But when I hit accelerate, it accelerates. When it shoots, it shoots. When I switch weapons, switch weapons.
Yeah, the issue is just that I would like customizable controls.
Yeah, which if they made a new one, I'm sure they'd add that. If they didn't,
and that's why, to your point, like if they made a new one, even I would probably buy it. I don't know if I'd buy it day one, but I'd probably give it a shot because I know that it's going to have modern day features. Like I know it's going to be a modern game. The reason I wasn't going to give Twisted Metal Black a shot is because I don't know that that's going to have modern features, even for the PS2 era. The only thing I can probably guarantee is that it'll have DualShock support, since that was standard with the PS2.
Yeah.
Beyond that, like, I don't know if it's gonna have modern stuff, so I'm like, I'm hesitant about buying it. But yeah, an actual modern one for like PS5, I'd give it a shot.
Yeah. I think I can speak for both of us when I say, like, don't really bother playing Twisted Metal. It's probably not worth playing.
Unless you have, like, a lot of nostalgia for it and you just really want to relive that nostalgia, it's not worth it. Or, I mean, if you've got the PlayStation Plus premium thing and you just want to try it out just to see, more power to you, but, like, you're not missing anything if you say no.
Or not even that. Like I think I posted a link in my Discord. If you want to play it for free, there's a website. You just type in like play Twisted Metal online in its little box and it pops up and it does have controller support and play the game. Go crazy.
Yeah. So even if you're wanting that, like if you want to play it just to see what it's like, go ahead. But if you're actually like, oh my gosh, I'm excited about this game, it's probably not going to live up to your hype that you might have in your head.
Hell, the PC emulator might even be the best way to play it because you could customize your controller to do what you want it to do. So, yeah.
Like, even though the game won't let you customize, you can button map your controller.
It's like an afternoon, like less than an afternoon. It's like maybe 2 hours of having fun. But, I mean...
Yeah, I think honestly, and I could be wrong on this, if you ask most people what they remember of Twisted Metal, it's going to be multiplayer. It's going to be them playing with friends and family members in, like, multiplayer.
Yeah, just hanging out.
And I feel like that's probably where this game honestly shined, was the multiplayer aspect, because I could see that. Like, I could see people being like, yeah, it's a really fun game to play with friends. My issue was playing it, by myself, just against the AI, sucked ass.
Yeah, it was pretty boring.
But I can see that playing, like if me and Omni were playing, I feel like that probably would be fun, to play against each other.
Just driving
or like,
around, yelling,
stuff
screaming.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, taunting each other. Like, I could see that being fun. And that's why, like, again, a modern version with, like, online multiplayer and stuff, I think would be a fun, cool game. Twisted Metal for the PS1, either one of them, 1 or 2, just, it's not worth it.
You can skip it. But that is the point of the Game Club, is, especially with this year being the PlayStation, is just to be informed on history and get exposure to these IPs, because without Game Club, I never would have played this.
Same.
Then
there's a few games that are on the Game Club list that I would never play without Game Club. We'll see if we get to them, but...
Well, that being the case, I think that's a good enough call for our shortest game club ever for Twisted for any game.
Yeah, which, I mean, to be fair, there's not a lot in it. Like, I feel like anything really bigger to the lore is all in later games, not the first one.
Yeah, and I wasn't gonna.
The first one,
find a
what
way
you
to
see
play
is
all
what
the
you
other
get.
ones.
And if anyone wants to know the lore that starts number 2, I can go into that real fast. Is that Calypso, after doing LA in the first game, is like, how do I make this year's better? That's right. I can just make the world my stage, with no safe places, and everywhere will be a danger zone, and that's it. That's the whole gimmick. Is that your world trotting now?
Oh, Saralina said, "Dude, I can see you guys playing Crash Bandicoot Team Racing. We could. I'm assuming you own it.
We
Do
could.
you own all Crash Bandicoot games?
Yeah.
Yeah. I need to pick it up if we do.
Well, I don't own Crash Bash, or whatever the new Crash Bash was.
A Nitro
Oh.
something, right? Oh, you know, you're talking about that multiplayer.
Yeah, the one that's like Mario Party.
Yeah,
I didn't buy
yeah.
that.
No, I didn't. Yeah.
But like all the racing ones, like Crash Team Racing, I own that. Nitro fueled.
I have Nitro. Yeah, we could have.
Because the first game was like, a big part of my childhood.
We could have like a night of play, and I'd have to pick it up though. That probably won't be for a while though, because Wilds is coming out next week, and you're gonna have to fucking kill me if you want to pull me away from that. Then yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll decide what we're gonna do for March. Which I know we rolled Suikoden for February, and we re-rolled for Twisted Metal. Here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna kind of call an audible on this. I want to roll again because Suikoden is kind of a long game. And I'm going to be giving up a lot of time to Wild, so I'd prefer a shorter game. That I can fit here and
Suikoden's
there.
also going to be a multi-month game.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty confident it's just as long as like a Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, thank you, Shirley. She said she'd let me know when it's on sale. Sweet. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
When it's on sale. I'll probably add it to my wish. Well, I say I'll add it to my wish list, but I'll probably forget. Honestly, I never hang out in the PlayStation shop anymore. Okay, then let's pull up the Spin-O Wheel, and we will go. This is the Game Club Spin-O Wheel.
Let's see if it's one of the games that I never would have played without Game Club.
Again, if it's a game we played before, then we will just re-roll. Oh, wow, Ape Escape!
Hey!
Perfect! I would rather play Ape Escape than Suikoden for March.
Ape Escape is a much shorter game.
Okay.
I mean, like, it's not super short, but it's much more doable.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm sorry, I farted.
I have also never beaten the first Ape Escape. Both Ape Escape 1 and 2, I got to the final level, but could not beat the final level.
Is Ape Escape on that Premium Plus thing? Or am
It
I
is.
Have to emulate it?
Ape Escape 1 is on there.
Okay. Alright, then
Ape Escape 2 is not, but Ape Escape 1 is.
Maybe we'll platinum it. Who knows?
And then... But unfortunately, it is the British PAL version of Ape Escape 1. Same with Ape Escape 2, which is kind of weird.
Covered in beans and tuna?
Yeah, the frame rate's different because it's 30 FPS instead of 60. And the bigger, like, sad part is that the voice acting is different. Because in the English version... In the English version of Ape Escape, the character Spike is played by Ash Ketchum's voice actor.
Is he? That's funny.
And, like, Misty is the other character. So you do have Ash and Misty in the game in English.
They're getting paid.
But in the British version, it is not.
You said, it's a monkey, isn't it? Isn't it, Governor? It's a monkey.
Isn't it?
If we didn't have the wheel and I were gonna pick a game, I really want to play Parappa the Rapper and I really want to play Tomb Raider because I have the remaster.
I gotta figure out how to do Parappa the Rapper.
That is on. You have to buy it. They have Parappa the Rapper 2 on Premium Plus.
Yeah.
But you have to buy it. I think it's like $11, like that. Not terrible.
Okay. Well, right now I have no money, so I'm glad I didn't roll on that.
Oh, Pierce, what do you call it? He just was surprised by the trivia you offered. He's like, what the hell? I knew it, but I was never able to verify it. It was Ash and Misty.
Yeah, it was Ash and Misty. Which is just kind of a cool thing. And it was like, oh yeah.
So, here's what I propose. Just because I know Sterlina likes to hang out. Since we're done with Game Club here, I'm gonna end my stream and delete my channel. I'm gonna pause the stream. Like I'll be right back. I'm gonna move over to open streaming. I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick because I gotta use the restroom real bad, and then I'm gonna switch over to Pictologica Final Fantasy. That game has one huge problem,
Has you by the balls,
but is in other way, every other way, a superior Picross game. All right, so we'll BRB. I'm gonna move to open streaming.
Okay. nothing. All 3 of them had like something I wanted, and I didn't get any of them. One of them was from lag, so fuck lag.
There's like I think it was like 2 or 3 times I got the same card that Lag wants. It's that EX one from Pierce that he wants. I don't remember the name. Picharu, or it starts with a P.
Oh, Pachirisu?
Yes, I got 2 of those. and I want to give him one, but I can't. I can't trade him.
Yeah, the trade feature is not good.
I'm just like, I kind of understand, like, oh, you only have 1, you can't trade if you just have 1. I have 2 of them. I want to give 1 of them to a friend of mine, thank you.
Yeah, the game's very weird about, like, not going under playsets. Because even, like, when you're wanting to make them into, like, the dust or whatever, or to, like, make them shine, where the cards are shiny and stuff, it's like, no, this will bring it under 2. You can't do that. And it's like, but why? Why can't I even go down to 0 if I want? Like, why must you limit me?
Yeah, it's like, they're not physical cards. It's a game on the phone. Now, if it was in real life, then yes, I would understand why, but still.
Yeah. That's right, I'm done with Thunder Cage, finally. That was a pain in the ass. Oh, I gotta go to Magister Lab
actually
now.
Has a category. Alright, cool.
Do I want to change characters to do Magister Lab?
Oh, Stream Manager. But there's something I want to do real quick. There it is. Hop out. Close this. Close that. Hey, what's poppin' stream? I put in Pictologica, a Final Fantasy game. I love Picross. If you've been here for long enough, you know how much time and energy I've put into Picross. I played like the Picross games 1 through 8, and I think there's 10 of them or something on Switch. I played the Animal Girl version, the Nazarick version. I played some of the Trashware games where it's just going zigzagging one level to the next.
PictoQuest.
I've done PictoQuest. I've done Murder by Numbers, which is like a murder mystery visual novel with Picross. I've done Mario Picross and Super. Like, I love Picross. So I've been playing this game for a while. There's 2 small problems and 1 big problem with this game, but the big problem is kind of ignorable because you can do other stuff in the meantime. But I wish that this game had a counter. In some of the newer Picross games, you can hold a button, and as you drag your cursor along the screen, it'll count for you, because it helps you like visually retain on some of these larger puzzles. When you're doing a 20 by 20 and your clue is like 1 2 2 1 1 3, and like you have to go across, be like, okay, am I counting 1 1? Did I put the space? It gets real annoying. And then another small problem is that I wish they grayed out whenever you completed a row. It just helps me again because the game is so visual. But then the big problem is that when you finish an area, there's a real world timer before the next area unlocks.
Oh, so was it like a cell phone game?
It was originally, and then they made a full version for the 3DS.
But they didn't take out that kind of feature?
They didn't, and in fact, they wanted to make money off of it, so you'd have to buy a Koopo nut in the Nintendo eShop if you wanted to skip the time. One, I don't want to do that. 2, I don't know if you know this, but the eShop shut down hard,
yeah.
So there is no way to buy one. So I just waited out. But they do things like Mega Picross and like that thing where you can do smaller Picrosses to make a bigger Picross picture in the meantime. So you can kill time doing other stuff. And then also there's a battling system in this Picross game, which is really intuitive and really good, surprisingly. I won't go into the details explaining it, but it is like the first person you get is Bartz, and his unique ability is his Chocobo, Boko. So you just like attack multiple times with Boko. So there's a lot of love in this game. But yeah,
they just wanted to monetize that love.
I just and I just wish it really deserved a chance in the West. I wish there was an official English version.
See, I wish they had done, I guess, like because Pokemon Rumble for the 3DS, it was one of the later Pokemon Rumbles, not the first one that came out. I think it was World. was originally a free-to-play game, and then you would buy a bunch of extra stuff in order to unlock areas and kind of speed things up and stuff like that. So then they eventually made a $40 physical version, or you could buy the digital version for $40, and it just came with everything needed to unlock everything that you would have spent all the money on. So it's as if you spent all the money in just in one $40 package. And I feel like that would have been a nicer way for them to do the Final Fantasy one. Is to just do like, here's like $40, and then they just give you like 999 Koopa nuts or however many, like, you know, type of thing.
I think
if they were gonna just kind of keep that method.
Yeah, I think Mega Man X mobile game did something like that, and this is an emulator, so there's probably a way to give me that money. But
I mean, yeah, there's ways to cheat it.
I haven't looked it up.
I'm not gonna pretend like there's not.
On a separate but also exciting note, and I want to mention this before I forget it, Sir Lena, are you still a sub of mine or no?
Not at the moment.
Okay, I think Pierce is. If you're still in the chat, Pierce, if you look at the OmniJam emotes, I have added some stuff, including Dancing Chocobo, and I also finally reset up the emote wall. So if you dump a bunch of emotes, they should pop up on stream. If I can get this to work.
Fuck. Okay, well.
So, and I've managed to animate all my emotes. I have space to have 4 more non-animated emotes.
Right.
So there you go. Have fun with that.
Weapons.
I do want to make that me licking Tifa's boot one a reality, though. We'll see how long it takes me to do that. I'm very slow at getting things done.
Oh, you did the thing that I do with some of my dragon emotes. Nice.
Oh, this is a problem? What the fuck? Where's my mouse?
Ow.
I need my mouse.
Who's hitting me? Where's the damage coming from? Please stop.
Stop hitting yourself.
I don't know. I don't know where it's coming from. Oh god.
Come
I just want to level up weapon proficiencies. Why can't people
coming
carry
within your
me?
mind. Coming within your mind.
This is a problem. I've never put Citra in full screen.
Okay, there we go.
And now my cursor's not popping up. And I need my cursor because this
Oh,
is a goddamn
using
3DS.
Citra.
And I need a
Where
fucking...
did you get Citra currently?
This official Citra website.
Is it still up? Because it was taken down. Nintendo took down that one and the Switch one.
I mean, I was there. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay. Well, I just know that they lost a lawsuit with that one. Which, to be fair, I think the Switch one shouldn't exist. Like, I don't think you should be... Like, it's not emulation if it's just modern games that are releasing. Like, that is just piracy at that point.
I have Citra. There's an official Citra website. I did not see anything Switch related there. Maybe they just got rid of all their Switch stuff, but
maybe they were able to...
Citra's there.
To do that.
Okay.
Also, where did you... Do you mind posting where you found ROMs?
If you go to the Citra website, they have a 3DS ROM tab, and because I had no interest in doing emulation of 3DS, like zero. And then like I was looking up Final Fantasy games, and okay, I'll tell the story of how I found this. I was looking up Final Fantasy games because I'm watching. I posted his channel in the Discord, but I'm watching the entire playlist of that guy who's like playing through every single PlayStation video, every single Final Fantasy game.
Yeah.
And he's like at 80 videos now. He is playing every single PlayStation game. It's incredible. And I was like, oh, well, what games are on the 3DS? And I recharged my 3DS, and I have like the Theat Rhythm game, but obviously I can't buy anymore. And then I got butthurt because apparently if you got the physical version of Final Fantasy Explorers, which I own the digital one because I bought it off the eShop, it came with a code, or for certain versions came with a code to get a 3D version of the original Final Fantasy. And obviously, even if I had the code, I can't get it because the eShop's dead. So I was like, oh, maybe I can get it, and maybe I can mod my 3DS so that I can get it.
I never got that.
Yeah, well, it's look it up. Maybe I have the details wrong, but it exists, and there's no way.
Maybe it was just Yeah, because I just bought a physical standard copy, and
There's like no way to get it now. So I was like trying to look it up how to do it. Maybe I could mod my 3DS. And then they were giving me things to use on Luna, which I think Luna might be what you're thinking of, the one that got taken down, but I don't know.
no,
But-
because they did both the Switch and 3DS one.
So they were telling me how to do stuff on Luna, which is used to mod your 3DS. And I was like, oh, well, there's Pictologica. I looked that up a long time ago, but in order for me to do that, I'd have to mod it and then also get a translation package and also edit a little bit of the translation package and then like layer it on top of it so that it could load. And I was like, I barely want to
Why
mod my
don't
3DS.
you actually speak the language?
Not fluently, and it's been like
I mean, enough for
like
Pictologica. Like,
surprisingly, there's quite a bit going on in this game. But
okay, that's surprising. That is surprising because I was figuring like, I mean, based
that-
on the other Picross ones. but-
yeah, there's surprising amount of detail here. Hey, Che. Look at the emotes. There's new emotes for subs if you're a sub. Where was I? Okay, so that led me to looking up Final Fantasy games on 3DS. That led me to modding, and then I was like, well, maybe I can find the Final Fantasy 3D ROM and then like go from there to figure out how to play it because I do want to see it in 3D. There's no point in me getting the 3D version if it's not on 3DS where I can look at the 3D.
Well, yeah.
So otherwise,
Like,
I'm just
turn on
playing
3D.
a version of Final Fantasy, which I can get very easily. So Piers is like, I'm still a fellow Gaijin, always and forever. So that led me to Citra, and it didn't just lead me to the website; it went directly to the Final Fantasy Pictologica page. And I was like, oh yeah, I remember this. Man, I wish I could play it. And I scrolled down, and where the download button was, it was download JP version, download English version. I was like, oh shit, they have one that's already packaged with the English with the fan translation. So then I downloaded the ROM. I saw that it was a 3DS file,
nice.
and I was like, okay, I just need the actual emulator then. So then I just downloaded the Citra thing, and I had it. It was there. I just put it in the program, and now I have Pictologica 3DS with the fan translation. Man, what an adventure!
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Che, if you post a bunch of emotes, I've reset up my emote wall, so they should explode on the screen.
Yay.
Let's see.
I am now
My bird
attempting
spear.
I'm now attempting to level up my Dark Knight.
I'm leveling my Dark Knight in when I do play FF14. I also did Alo Island solo. That was an interesting little place.
Yeah, when you do it solo, it's a time consumer.
All right, you guys are gonna see me fucking nerd out on this goddamn logic puzzle.
Don't you always nerd out though?
Yeah, have you ever seen any of my Picross play?
I don't think so.
Okay, Scott knows.
Yeah. Omni is who got me into Picross.
1 space 1 space 1 space. Oh, 3. Okay.
Oh, it's that kind of game. Oh, I love those things.
So logically, that has to be there. That has to be there. That can't be like that.
Let's see. I'm guessing those were like ROM hacks. I don't want ROM hacks.
The only way that works is like that. That means that has to work like that. That has to work like that. Which means that those two can't be that. Which means that has to be like that. Oop, no. Like that.
Yeah, those pixel pictures are really fun.
That has
Yeah,
to be
there are
like
so
that.
many like random pop-ups on this Citra website.
I have the McAfee pop-up blocker, so that I did not get any pop-ups on my side.
Oh, okay.
That
I
has
guess
to
pop-up
be-
blocker is not included in my subscription.
What other thing is obvious? That one has to be like that. That one has to be like that, which means that that's that, which means that that's that, and these two are that, and those two are that, and this is that, and means that this has to be like that. That that's that. And that means that that one has to be like that, which means that those are like that. And then that one has to be like that, which means all those are like that. Which means
Sure, you
that
didn't
has to
even
be like that,
take
like
sugar
that,
ice cream.
has to be like that.
I've been craving sherbet ice cream, rainbow sherbet, for like the last
That has
2
to be
months.
like
I finally
that,
got me some.
like that,
Nice.
like that.
I'm so excited.
I fucked up somewhere.
Of course you did. You're you.
Oh man, I messed this up somewhere.
And I wouldn't be anyone else.
That one has to be there, so that can't be that. Oh, because that's a 4, that's not a 3. Okay, that's where that was. Which means that those have to be like that. Which means that that has to be like that. And that's the puzzle solved.
Oh yeah.
Zoomed in face of Tifa! Ah, Tifa!
Too bad it's not a zoomed in foot.
I wish. Oh, if I do the battle, okay, I'll show off the battle since we're here. I'll unlock Tifa if I win this. They're with a party of 4 or less. Get the fuck out of here, Irvine. Nobody likes you.
Damn, I like Irvine.
That kid's a bitch. I can't shoot my mommy. Fucking bitch.
Yeah. Can you?
Yeah, on certain days for sure. Absolutely.
And depending on the circumstances.
Yeah, it's early to get it. There's a rather long tutorial. I mean, there's a lot of stuff happening in this battle system, so I'm not gonna explain it unless somebody specifically wants it explained.
You might as well, because I'm currently freaking the cutscene with Gaius.
Okay. So you can have a party of up to 5. As you clear lines horizontally, that'll determine which character goes first. Characters have different abilities that they can use. I gotta do this quick, because there is a timer for certain stuff. And they will load up, and you'll get a notification on the screen that says, okay, this ability is ready, this ability is ready. And then you also get these unique powers as well. If I switch to Wisdom, Prayer down here, you get different things. So Power is full on attack. Wisdom means I get more break. Pray means that I do an automatic heal. Defense means that we can get ready for the next attack. I'm going to do Wisdom to raise my break gauge. And you'll see there's an orange bar right under that blue bar. That will empty over time, and I want to keep that up to raise my break up. And I just lost all of it. The faster that I do these puzzles, the more bonus I'll get.
Ooh.
And then, okay, so here's some things that I can do. I'm gonna use Auto Bowgun from the Prince from Final Fantasy VI, Edgar. So I get his Auto Crossbow Machinist thing. And I'm also going to have Holum from Final Fantasy IV do cast Blizzard.
Hey, why is this one not doing the same way as all the other downloads?
And we're going to try to raise our break gauge again. I try to make Bartz go first because he gets a bonus for going first. And so he'll do Barrage if he attacks first, which lets him attack 3 times. And then we have Maria from Final Fantasy II as our last member in this particular party. We're going to raise break gauge again, and that should get us to limit break. Yeah. And there are certain abilities that only activate during limit break, and other abilities that only happen when you're like a strong enough limit break. So
Makes sense.
let's cast Blizzard again. I don't. Does she have Blink ready? She doesn't have Blink. Oh, I need to switch to Prayer if I want to do Blink. So we'll do that on the next turn if we don't finish this. Okay. Thank you, Maria. She killed him with the bow. Hey, Lag. Oh, hey, Lag. I didn't know you. I didn't realize you were a sub. I forgot you were a sub.
Hey, Lag.
I think you're a sub.
Damn. I think I'm still sub to you.
Yeah, you have access to all my fun new emotes. I love Picross. And I got Tifa. Tifa's on my party now. I just gotta put her here. Where is menu? Actually, I'm pretty happy with this team. I haven't played 9, so I don't really know who this girl is, but she seems cool.
Is it Dagger?
Eiko.
Oh, Eiko? She's your summoner.
Cool. Yeah, I think I'm gonna switch out. No, that's not Black Mage. Might as well keep him. I'm actually pretty happy with this team. Maria from 2, Palom from 4, Edgar from 6, Tifa from 7, and Bart's from 5.
Get me the fuck out of the corner, Jesus.
Love Final Fantasy. Hey, the emote wall's popping. And let's raise Tifa to level 3. In this game,
Fuck. Get out.
as you complete goals in Picross challenges, you earn these memorias. And if you get a character to level 2, you'll unlock their skill. And if you get them to level 3, you'll unlock their premium. Tifa's skill is Overpower. Each attack increases strength by 3%, max 30.
There it is.
And her premium... Oh, I get Dolphin Blow. It's a magic-based memoria. Deals damage to one foe, flip foes in flight for 3 turns. I don't know what that means, but it seems awesome.
It flips foes.
In flight for 3 turns. And she got Mithril
I
Claw.
thought you were gonna say he was gonna flip those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Man, Shay, I'm like half considering calling in on like using my sick day hours on Friday just to start my vacation early. Just so I
Did
can
you only
play
take
on-
off on Monday?
Well,
Like through?
yeah, I'm on Monday through Friday.
Like
next
starting
week for my
Monday?
vacation.
Yeah.
It's not like they need me.
She's like, damn, I've got a sickness that only Monster Hunter can cure.
Oh man, this is gonna be a crazy puzzle. Oh,
Damn it, I hate these hard mode intercepts.
also I have off all the stuff that helps you, but this game does have all the Picross tools that help you, like,
Oh yeah, that's the shit I use.
yeah, the hint numbers, hint roulette, navigation. If I was gonna use a like assist tool, navigation is like the best tool.
I don't know what that one is specifically.
What navigation is? Oh, there's some stuff in the chat. What's the worst that could happen? They work without their carry. You'd be surprised. I told my team, because I'm like leading projects on my. I'm not gonna go into too much detail on my work for various reasons, but I do lead. I am leading projects, and it should be a case where we're all peers and we all know what we're doing, and so there shouldn't be a problem if I drop. But people panic when I'm not there, mainly because I keep a cool head when shit goes wrong. And we can usually figure stuff out, but I mean, they're just gonna have to manage without me. Here's what navigation is. Oh, is it showing? Oh, I have to confirm it. So you see how the numbers are blue? The numbers are blue. They show you logically there's something you can figure out in that line. So it focuses your eyes to that line, saying, okay, there's a clue here that tells you that this can be filled somehow, some way, and it makes it so that you're able to focus a little bit more without telling you obviously what's there. So, like, for example, if there's like absolutely no way that this line can have this many empty spaces, it'll be like, okay, there's something in this line you should focus on. Oh, because this other line's here, that one should be X'd out. And then the blue will go away. And it's, okay, that one's done. There's nothing else in the puzzle is telling me about that line. So I have to focus somewhere else. That's my favorite assist tool, but I have that turned off as well.
Yeah, see, the one I use the most is just being told when you're wrong. Like, just, it corrects it when you do a wrong one.
I like that one.
I appreciate that one, and that's the one I mostly use, because that one just is like like, I fucked up, where did I fuck up? And then I can logically go, that's where I fucked up.
Yeah, anything that calls your eyes to where you need to be is usually pretty helpful. I've played so much of this crap that I'm able to be confident without the tools, but if I get really, really stuck, I'll turn on navigation. I did that last night, and I was like, oh, obviously, God, what a dumb shit I am. So
Is this person really called the teammate you didn't ask for?
It does make me upset.
Holy shit. It's so weird, and once you get to it, like the hard and intercept battles, they can be like a cakewalk, and you just wipe out the enemy, or you all just die, or like to where it's just a hard fought fight.
At the very least, it was a good idea for you to build Freyna of all. Like, she's pretty strong.
Yeah, I mean, I also just enjoy her playstyle, which is part of the problem I'm having now, because I'm like, who do I build next? Because, like, playing as some of the other characters, I'm like, I don't know, like Bunny. I don't really know if I like Bunny's playstyle. I was trying to understand it earlier.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously, like, I'll watch videos and stuff if I really want to play it, but...
Yeah, you just gotta jump in with her. I did that. She's weird, but I think I like her. She's not on my priority list to build, though. Or other...
Yeah, I think she's kind of more entertaining when you finish building her, if that makes sense. Because, like, right now, the whole gimmick is, like, yeah, I use the one thing to try and run around a bunch so that I can build up electricity so that the attack that does damage around me does more damage because there's more enemies around, or the gauge is higher. But at the same time, like, when she's not built, it's not doing that much.
Yeah, you just wind up wasting a bunch of MP.
Yeah, and, like, I feel like she gets a lot better once she's fully built. Like, there's no real good in-between build of her.
It's gotta be here.
I'm now looking
Wait,
at
no,
trying to
not here.
unlock
It's gotta be
Ultimate,
here. Wait, is it?
Ultimate Viessa. Is, I think, the next character I'm gonna try and unlock.
Oh, I fucked up. It should be here. Right? Yeah, that's that. No. There we go. I put an extra one in there. What is this, a dildo?
How many do
A
I...
hatchet?
Hell yeah.
Oh, I never played
Tell
Crystal
you wish it
Chronicles.
was a dildo.
I never played Crystal Chronicles.
Ah, yes, the Final Fantasy dildo.
Oh, okay. None of you motherfuckers better steal this idea, because I'm stealing it first. Alright? I'm putting it out here now that I'm doing it.
Idea already stolen.
I'm doing it first, after the dude that I'm stealing it from. When Monster Hunter Wilds comes out, I'm gonna change the colors of my Securet so that it's a chocobo. I'd better not see any of you fucks making chocobo sacreds in Monster Hunter Wilds. That's my thing that I'm stealing, goddammit.
Well, don't worry. It'll be a while before I get to it, so...
Yeah, besides, I can't play Monster 100s if I wanted to.
Well, if you stopped buying so many goddamn Pokemon cards, you could afford to buy a PlayStation.
I only bought it one time, you dumbass!
I'm just teasing you. God damn it.
Not my fault the economy is so damn expensive. Jeez.
Well, that's because a bunch of dude bros
dude,
started buying into Pokemon because they're all like, "This is an investment."
Well, I'm not worrying about that anymore because my coworker gave me 2 Leafeon cards, and she's probably gonna have some more in a couple of weeks.
That's nice.
Because she knows I just want Leafeon cards. That's it.
Leafeon. I mean, that's a good card to have. That's my favorite Eevee evolution.
I don't know if I've got any lying around.
When
Pierce, you better not steal my idea, goddamn.
I probably have a shit ton lying around.
when I used to play Pokemon Go just for a little bit, and of course I had a Leafeon. In dedication to my dog, I named him Ringo.
That's very cute.
Aww.
So I have a Ringo Leafeon in Pokemon Go. So that's one of the reasons I love Leafeon, just because he reminds me of my little baby.
Yeah. How convenient, Pierce. After I say that, now suddenly your Chocobo is red? I see how it is, you son of a bitch. The Shinra logo. I made the Shinra logo. I love Picross. If anybody wants to know what I'm thinking, just let me know, because I'm just powering through these.
I don't want to.
Yeah, how convenient. 12 years ago, as in 2 minutes ago? I see how it is.
I don't want to do a shared face tonight. I'm sleepy. I don't want to do it for face. Oh. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Wait, why is
What do
that?
we appreciate? That's economy.
Why is that Etrian Odyssey Untold the Millennium Girl, but also this one is Etrian Odyssey Untold?
Pierce is begging with the joke. Fine, Pierce, we can be Choco Bros, alright?
Hell yeah.
Choco. No. You can be Choco host.
Well, Chocohos is on the weekends. Stream is for Choco Bros.
Hell
On stream, after stream. We don't know that.
Thank you, Prosperous Calculator. I'll make sure to ban you in just a moment. Unfortunately, I'm on a timer. Thank you, Pierce.
Is it a bot?
Yeah, it's a bot.
Oh.
Ban, bro. Fucking nailed it. I'd high five you if I could. But unfortunately, I was in a terrible gardening accident and I can no longer high five.
You can only high 4.
Yeah.
Hang on, hang on. I can substitute that.
Thank you. That is so loud. Shit, man.
You never fixed the volume?
I can't fix the volume. That audio's gonna get muted by Twitch. I guarantee it. I need that.
No, I need 4 more of that shit.
Yeah, unless I find a version of that sound clip that's not as loud on sound alerts, there's no way for me to manually make it quieter.
Sorry, lag.
Lighter wave. Alright, well, you can have a lighter wave emote, or you can have a me smelling Tifa's feet emote, and I think the obvious answer
They
is
ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine.
Oh,
You're
no,
not really
like-
fine, but you just can't get into it because they would
So
never
loud.
understand.
Oh yeah, that was loud too.
so loud. Yeah, thanks, lag. That's the one. Yeah.
I meant for me.
My brain is all mush.
There's one more that I can think of that's kind of loud, but I don't know if it's still loud.
Avenge me.
Avenge me! Ah! That one's not nearly as loud as the other ones. Or
Yeah, that's what, okay.
No,
good.
sadly.
I mean, it's still loud, but
Not as loud.
It's not ear-splittingly loud.
Avenge me! Ah! Actually, I wonder. Hang on. You know what? I'm gonna see if they have that as a ringtone.
thank you for the fart. Hey, Castles, welcome to Stream Castles.
Can you imagine if that was an actual ringtone? Avenge me! Ah! Avenge me! Ah!
Wait, no, that's not right. Is this one done? This one's done.
I highly doubt it. I
This
will
one is
laugh
done
if
as
they do.
well. Thick.
Avenge me.
That means that one's empty or full.
Collect
It has to
things,
be like
collect things, collect the bio codes.